Hello there. Afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today? So, I don't know about you, but I am tired of the endless stimulus conversations. I have finally come up with an analogy or a story that kind of relates what I think is going on. I think the stimulus talks for the last 2 months have been nothing but purely political theater. I believe the parties that be wanted the American, public to be angry at election. And I think it really boils down to Charlie Brown, Lucy, and the football. Let me explain. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to actually put the thumbnail of Charlie Brown, Lucy, and the football here. But in short, when I think this came out in the 70s, Charlie Brown and Lucy are out in the yard playing. And Lucy is essentially setting the football up so Charlie Brown can kick it. But what happens over the course of time is as Charlie Brown runs up to take a swing at kicking the football, Lucy, being Lucy, pulls the football away, laughs hysterically as Charlie Brown flies in the air and lands on his back. This goes on over and over and over again. This was certainly, I'm guessing, fun for Lucy. She knew what she was doing. And Charlie Brown, time and time again, did best efforts and trusted Lucy that she was going to finally not lift the football and take it away. But every time the football was removed. So in this story, in this analogy, it kind of plays the same way. I believe Lucy is played by Nancy Pelosi. I believe Charlie Brown is played by Steve Mnuchin. And unfortunately, it's the American people, the folks in the bottom of the K-shaped recovery, the retail workers, the folks selling hours for dollars, that are the football. We have many, many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that need the money that is promised in these stimulus talks. But think about it. Every time they've gotten closer, the football has been removed, and Charlie Brown, aka Steve Mnuchin, ends up flying in the air and landing on his butt or his back in utter disbelief, like, I can't believe that happened again. Believe me, I would love to be wrong. I'm very hopeful. Actually, I shouldn't say I'm hopeful, because I'm not hopeful. I don't see a chance of a stimulus deal of consequence before the election. I think this is exactly Lucy, Charlie, and the football over and over until next year, unfortunately. And again, I kind of get it. This is genius political moves. I believe Nancy is doing what she should do. She is trying to do her best to remove a president that she clearly doesn't like. She clearly doesn't like him. She tore up his speech at the State of the Union. There's pure hatred between those two individuals. So I believe she has been plotting and playing Steve Mnuchin for Charlie Brown over and over. In fact, it would not shock me if behind the closed doors that they are joking with each other that, oh, I got him again. Because at this point, Charlie Brown has raised his offer several times, and yet there's always one more thing, one more thing, one more thing, one more thing. At what point does Charlie Brown or Steve Mnuchin go, you know what? She's always going to move the football. What am I doing? Do something else. And oh, by the way, just in case Steve Mnuchin finally kicks the football and tries to help the American people with Nancy or Lucy's backing, because they both have to agree for the football to be sent off, which is possible. We, of course, have Linus, played by Mitch McConnell, who could not take it up in the Senate. He may not have the votes. He needs 60 votes in the Senate to get it approved and to get it on the president's desk. So there is an immense pressure on this scenario. There are multiple parties who don't agree and don't get along. And we, the American people, are the football. It's just sad. So the good news is it's Tuesday. We've got 2 more weeks until the election. And then at that point, I think we can start talking seriously about stimulus and we can start seriously trying to help folks. But until then, it's Charlie Brown, Nancy, the football, and even if they connect, because they finally agree, we've got good old Linus out there to mess it all up. All right, let me know what you think of that. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.